Okay, now that we've discussed the white paper at a high level, the next thing to do is discuss the project outline. This is essentially what we'll be building in the course, and what that is a web wallet, so something similar to my Ether wallet or my crypto. We'll be doing the same thing, but rather than interacting with the Ethereum blockchain, we'll be interacting with the Mixin Network via those RPC calls that I mentioned in the white paper section of the course. So you can see here I've got a little draw.io diagram. This is essentially the structure of the web wallet that we'll be building. The main entry point of the web wallet will be app.js, and this will import various pieces like API, wallet, asset, and account, as you can see here. App.js will also do other things like set up routing so that when the user goes to the wallet route, we can serve them up with the wallet index.js and index.html. It will do other things like setting up locales and things like that as well. We won't focus much of our time on that aspect of the project, and we'll focus mostly on the interactions with the Mixin network. So when you're building your own app, you know how to do all of that stuff. So as I said before, what app.js will do is it will import these four crucial components. In the case of the wallet, the asset, and the account, those are simply holders for the HTML and JavaScript that gets served up when the user hits the wallet, asset, or account endpoints. However, the API is a little bit different, and so I've got a diagram here so that we can discuss what's in the API. So in the API directory, we have this mixin.js, we have this account.js, and we have asset.js. And these, as the name would suggest, right, the majority of the interaction with the Mixin network is done in this API directory. You can see here mixin.js handles all the RPC calls. We'll be writing those. Account.js stores the user data in the browser so that we can do certain things without having to authenticate them every time they do something, right? Like we'll store their public-private keys there, which obviously isn't a good idea, but given this is just a small demo app, I figured why not. And then the assets, these just handle presentations of assets and things like that, which obviously assets are crucial in the Mixin network. So what happens with the API set of objects, if you want to call them that, is this gets passed around throughout the rest of the other presentation layers. So for example, if the user gets routed to the account route, right, all three of these, wallet, asset, and account, are going to need to know how to talk to the Mixin network. And that all gets encapsulated here in these API objects. So we don't have to keep redefining and reinventing the wheel as far as functionality goes. We can just keep reusing the code in the API directory to make calls for assets or accounts or things like that. So it's crucial that we really understand what's going on in the API directory. We'll end up starting, like when we first start writing code, we'll start with that first and then work backwards from there, develop the functionality in the web wallet. So that's the high-level overview of what we'll be building. It'll be a pretty simple web wallet, pretty straightforward. In the next video, we'll start in on like setting up a developer account and maybe even download the Mixin Messenger. See you in the next video.